The Jordan Desert contains several mysterious ruins, including the legendary remains of the ancient castles of the Umayyad monarchy. Qasr al-Mashata is the largest of the Umayyad castles, although it gradually fell into ruins and much of it was used elsewhere as building material. No other desert castle was built with such megalomania as was Qasr al-Mashata, designed as the winter palace of Caliph Walid II. The acute lack of water in this region brought about the death of countless forced laborers, and the disorganized caliph created much unrest among the Umayyad people. In 744 AD, Walid II was overthrown and assassinated. His successor, Yazid III, swore that he would not build a desert castle. The once so splendid facade of Qasr al-Mashata was gifted to Wilhelm, Emperor of Germany, in 1903. Close to the southern Azraq Aman Road is the quadrate castle of Qasr al-Karana. This fortress-like building is one of the most well-preserved desert castles of the Umayyad. Its massive external walls and corner towers give Qasr an awesome appearance. The inner courtyard is quite modest and has a mysterious atmosphere. The identity of its builders, as well as its function, are not known. It's also not known if the castle was built as a means of defense or as a trading center. Sections of its architecture and various decorative elements indicate that it may have been the Persians who had the castle built. Qasr al-Karana remains an enigma. Traveling a further 16 kilometers, we arrive at another fascinating Umayyad residence, the small bathing castle of Qasr Amra, one of the most beautiful castles in Jordan. The bathing house of Amra uniquely highlights the abundant luxury enjoyed by the former monarchs of the desert. The castle features a number of magnificent and well-known wall paintings that depict various bathing and hunting scenes. Today, the happy-go-lucky nature of the Umayyad monarchs seems to be far removed from Islam. Indeed, some of the scenes are of a sensual nature. Subsequent dynasties adhered more strictly to Islam doctrine. Traveling east, the road leads to an unusually fertile area and the ruins of Qasr al-Azraq. The castle became famous due to British secret agent, archaeologist and author Thomas Edward Lawrence. In the winter of 1917, Lawrence of Arabia had this camp built amid this historic but abandoned structure. The origin of this complex dates back to the Romans and Emperor Septimius Severus. At that time, there was a fort here that also served as a Diocletian outpost. The subsequent decline of the Roman Empire also marked the end of the fort that was later abandoned and fell into decay. In 734 AD, Caliph Walid II transformed the ruins of the former fort into a splendid Umayyad castle. The downfall of the Umayyad dynasty sparked off a new era of decline, until an Ayyubidian monarch had the castle restored and made habitable. In the northwest of Jordan is another magnificent example of Umayyad architecture, Hammam as-Sarak. The bathing castle is reminiscent of Qusayr Amla. The complex was once used for the caliph's hunting parties. This attractive bathing castle was supplied with water from a nearby 18-meter deep well with its own pumping system. In contrast to the castle's audience hall, only the foundation walls have remained. The bathing house has been almost completely renovated. Only 2 kilometers separate the bathing castle of Hammam as-Sarak from another splendid Umayyad desert estate, Qazia al-Halabat. This castle was also built on the site of a Roman fort that once served for the policing of an important route, the Via Nova Traiana. The Byzantines also used the small fort prior to the beginning of the 8th century. The Umayyad adapted the building for their own purposes. Today it's difficult to imagine the amazing luxury experienced by the former desert monarchs. Unfortunately, much of the castle's furnishings have been lost forever. Although this residence also contained a small mosque, the Umayyad were known for their excessive entertainments rather than their piety. The walls of Hammam as-Sarak, that were once decorated with fine frescoes and mosaics, provided a sumptuous residence for the caliphs. Here, the sunsets create a captivating and truly memorable atmosphere in the centuries-old desert castles of the legendary Umayyad.